So you are learning Python or you have learned Python. What should you do now, at least in terms of learning Python while you're looking for a job or just deciding what to do next? Well, let me start with the wrong answer in my opinion. The wrong answer would be to go learn TensorFlow. TensorFlow is a machine learning library. Does some awesome facial recognition stuff like that, okay? Don't do that. That's not a good idea. How about learning pandas? What is pandas? It's a data science library. It's used for big data and so on. Don't do that. Not a good idea. Okay? Why not? Well, I've talked about this before, but programming is really a big hierarchy. The things at the bottom that are the most important to make up the base of what you are as a programmer is going to be basic things like loops and if statements and functions and logic. Okay, there's other layers in here, but the things at the top are going to be those very specific libraries. I'll put TensorFlow in here and Pandas, not to pick on them because they are really, really awesome. They're just not the next step. Okay, that will help you get a job once you are established. But if I'm interviewing you, or if you want to work on something with me, or you're trying to decide what the next project is, again, unless you're really passionate and want to go in that very specific direction, the thing I would be interested in is not do you know those, because I can teach you those. And I want you to do them my way. I want to make sure that your code is consistent with the code base that we're working on. I would want to know, can you creatively apply the basics to a given problem? How do you think? Can you optimize and make a given solution more efficient or not? Right? Do you struggle with these things? Do you just know this? When I was learning how to play the piano as a kid, I hated reading the music, and I literally went and memorized Hungarian Rhapsody Number 2 by Franz Liszt. I didn't memorize the whole thing, but I could sit down and play it and blow some people away. But then they would hand me the simplest piece of music on paper, a fugue by Bach that's just a single note, and I couldn't do it. Right? That is bad, right? That is not what we want to have happen, and that's what will happen if you go in this direction. Okay? What you should be doing, in my opinion, is go and work on some algorithms or focus on algorithms or code challenges. An algorithm is like a set of instructions to accomplish a goal. And one of the best places to do this is on projecteuler.net. This is a website named after Euler, who was a big shot mathematician. He wrote Euler's formula, which we're not going to talk about here. But there's over 800 math problems here. I would say the first 10 are a fantastic introduction into here are some math problems that are not they don't take too long to understand. They're not too complicated, but you cannot solve them as a human. Can you solve them as a Python developer or really any kind of developer? You can write them in any language. Can you do this stuff down here, right? Brute force it, and then can you optimize it? So those are going to be the two tasks. I want to see, can you brute force, meaning just get a solution no matter how good or bad the solution is, and then two, can you optimize that solution? That is what you should be focusing on, getting better and better at these. Shooting short jump shots if you're a basketball player. If you're a soccer player, shooting from maybe 10 yards out, or whatever sport or thing, video games, whatever your thing is, simple, consistent process is going to make you creative and is going to help you find efficient solutions so that when the time does come to learn this stuff, you will be ready. Okay, so that is the reason why I think Project Euler is fantastic. The first 10 problems are a fantastic place to do that. Go through them and learn them. I have videos that will walk you through the process. We talk through it on the board, and then I'll sometimes we'll give you the optimization first, and sometimes we'll go code and then come back to it. But we'll always try and optimize them, and usually there's multiple layers of it. That is going to make you a better Python programmer no matter how good at math you are, no matter how good at Python you are. They challenge me to this day. So that is why Project Euler, and that is what you should be focusing on as soon as you have got Python under your belt.